see, are you still there?
I am still here. I am trying to get a full view here.
Still there?
I am still here. I am trying to get a full view here. Okay, can you see, does everybody see the screen with the Golden Road, 5371 Southeast Golden Road on the screen now? Garrett, can you see our listing?
Yeah, I can see it. Can you hear me okay?
Golden Road, 5371 Southeast Golden Road.
Yeah, it looks good, Carolyn. Just so you know, I joined the meeting on my cell phone, and it's perfect.
Okay.
Now, so everybody else would be okay.
Okay, perfect. I'm just getting a little bit of an echo here on my end, so
Carolyn, just so you know, I joined the meeting on my cell phone, and it's perfect.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Well, hey, thank you for joining us today. We are here to go through a virtual open house at 5371 Southeast Golden Road, Hillsboro, Oregon. And I have joining us here today, Garrett Kahn, my buyer specialist, and housegoals, our preferred lender, is here also to answer some questions in regard to the lending industry and interest rates and what's going on with the market right now. Our preferred lender is here also to answer some questions in regard to the... I'm going to start here with property details. We've got listing price at $459,900. We have 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. 2 stories. We've got a great spacious lot. The lot size here, it's an oversized lot, 0.16. Square footage on the house is 2118. And I'm gonna just start with opening up with some pictures here of the property. There's the front shot. It's a 3-car garage. So very spacious for all your toys and for shop and for whatever you need that extra garage space, teenager driving. I'm gonna start flipping through some pictures just to open up. Really nice landscaping. They just repaved the street out front. Got a great little courtyard space in there. Got a great room concept, vaulted ceilings, large family room there. You walk right into from a little bit of a transition into the family room. Formal dining space. Again, great room concept there. You can see very open, very spacious kitchen, a lot of storage. Maple hardwood floors, maple cabinets, tiled counters, a lot of island space on there. You've got a nice separate pantry.
It has all stainless steel appliances as well, so.
Yeah, you can see it really opens up and just a ton of storage there for you. There's also a wonderful loft space up here. So as I mentioned, it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, but this loft space up here, for those that are specifically needing that 4th bedroom, it could easily be enclosed, add a closet in there, and you would have a very substantial sized room for a 4th bedroom. But great for that second office when you're working from home right now.
Definitely. Yeah, and it's got a nice view of the backyard too from that window. So.
Or workout room.
Yeah, there you go.
Media. Second living space.
Yeah.
Here's the master bedroom suite. What I love about this house is the vaulted ceilings. While we're at 21 and some change square footage, which is a decent sized footprint, those vaulted ceilings and skylights in this house really add a nice layer to a feeling of more space. You walk into your master suite bath, you've got double sinks. I love the consistency of the maple cabinetry throughout the property. And again, you've got the vaulted ceiling in here, skylight in the bathroom, which is always nice. Jump over here to an auxiliary bedroom. They're using it as a homeschooling and workout room. So it's nice to have that extra space. We didn't have a shot in the back. I'll show you on the 3D tour. There is a walk-in closet with organizers in the master bath suite too. And there is the little guy's room. So again, I mentioned 3-car garage. You've got a workbench station. You've got direct access right into the backyard here. They will leave additional storage racks in here if somebody would like that. They've got overhead storage racks. So between all the cabinetry and space in the home, you really have a ton of extra storage space out here in that 3-car garage.
Yeah, and another nice thing is that the door that on that pic, so the door to the right there, when you open that up, it leads right to they made a little shop space in there that is wired with 220 as well. So you can have all your tools and everything in that little area, and then walk right into the garage. So it's a very functional layout for that.
Here is this a selling point right here with the house, besides the 3-car garage that we went through, is this backyard is really just the way the house sits on the lot. The builder did a great job of really utilizing the space of this lot. A lot of times you have the house sitting right in the middle of the lot and a ton of really not functional space up to the front door. But this house really just has just enough for the parking and the entrance. And then the builder wisely and strategically has left open a very large functional backyard space that is completely flat. You've got some mature trees, some landscaping around, but really for those families that like to entertain, that have pets, that have kids, this is just such a great space. And of course, so sought after to have that extended outdoor living at this time of year. The play structure will stay. They've also got a patio here. And then I think we've got a shot of the tuff shed. So here's a backside view of the house. This tuff shed here actually is just a hair shy of 100 square feet of additional storage. Fairly new structure that they just put out there. You can see it's this family really enjoys having that extra storage space. So if you've got 3 cars and needing a shop in the garage, here's a great additional newer tuff shed with 100 additional extra square footage for storage back here. Just so nice to have.
Yeah, definitely.
There it is again. Then we've got some lifestyle shots. Obviously, it's very close to shopping area. Baskin Robbins, another area we participate. A lot of parks around this neighborhood. Here's one we've got a shot of close by. gonna see if I can flip over here and show you. Garrett, can you see the Google map on my screen here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. I'm going to go into a little closer, just in showing you the areas surrounding here. So here's Francis Street Park. I would roll the dice that this is the closest one right here to the property itself. But in this little pocket, this subdivision over here, you have at least 3 parks immediately in the subdivision. So, you know, aside from the awesome outdoor space that I just showed you that this house has, you have several parks wrapping around the property in the area. I'm going to actually pull out a little bit closer. For those that, for the foodies out there, I'm just going to show you great little bar and grill over here is close by. There's Reedville Cafe. I'm going to close that down and go to Reedville Cafe. It's just a sweet little restaurant with great outdoor spacing here. But yeah, so I just wanted to pull this up here and show you tons of, you know, little local eats and restaurants and shopping around there. I am going to slide back and show you our 3D version over here. There we go. All right, so here is our 3D Matterport view of the property. This is the first floor we're looking at here. So just to give you a lay of the land, coming in through the front door, here you walk right down the hallway. Here's the kitchen area here. You can see how spacious that footprint is on the map here. And then how large and spacious and open the whole great room area is to an established formal dining room. But what I really love about this place is in a lot of the traditional floor plans, each room is closed off and you feel very separated from your guest and your family. You can see the kitchen is just wide open right here to the main seating area here, as well as you've got the whole family room open to where people would be sitting and dining and entertaining. And just the flow just makes sense. It's really easy. It's really well laid out functional wise. Here is the upper level. So this kind of explains the lay of the land a little bit easier. Coming up the stairs here, you've got the loft. Sorry, here we go. Coming up the stairs here, you've got the loft. You go right over here to the loft space here, which again, as you can see, if you closed off this wall here, put a door in there, that would be quite easy to do if somebody really needs that 4th bedroom space. I believe that's a 15 by 15 over there. And then we've got the master suite over here, which takes a nice footprint of the upper floor master bath suite. There's that walk-in closet right there that I was speaking about. It does have closet organizers in there, which is always nice and makes it easier to get a little more room out of that closet. This wall right here faces into the backyard. I always like that with the master bedroom. It always makes more sense to have the master bedroom situated towards the back of the house for privacy. And then as we slide up here, back through the hallway, here's the 2 auxiliary bedrooms that are sitting towards the front of the house. And what's also fun about this particular layout is you've got the Jack and Jill bathroom here. So you've got the full bath and you've got the bedrooms that enter, both have openings and enter that Jack and Jill bathroom right there. So just very efficient and very effective layout plan, ease of use of what would just make sense on how a family, whether you have children or you have a guest with needing their own particular bathroom situation. Here, you can see this is all together over on the other side of the house. The master bedroom is nicely separated out. And if you don't need a fourth bedroom, what a great den office, what a great extended second family space. You know, it's nice to have 2 family rooms, whether it's for use for guests or for your family. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the first floor here. And I'm gonna see if I can pull up. Okay. Go back to my share screen.
I live very close to this listing, and there's so many nice parks that you can walk around in. Noble Woods Park is a really nice one. It's got trails through it and stuff. So a lot of good options for recreation there.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to some more. It's also very close to Intel. For those folks relocating, looking for their first home, Intel is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Another shot of a local park close by, Chute Park. It's also close to the Aquatic and Recreation Center. It's another front view of the home. And I know a lot of times we think, oh, does it look as good as the pictures? Is it better? Is it worse? Well, I can tell you this home is really, really well maintained. You would not be disappointed getting on site here. It does absolutely look in the same condition as you see online. In fact, the interior spaces have been painted. All appliances are well taken care of. A few of I believe the dishwasher and the range are new. It's just in great shape. They've done
the kitchen's just very functional the way it's set up too. I mean, it's nice having the full pantry right there. So yeah, they did it's just like you had mentioned, the house just has a great layout. And I also like too that just for the sake of entertaining, I mean, like you mentioned, the kitchen, you know, you can see right into the dining area, but then you have the slider right there that you open up. So if you have people outside, I mean, it just flows really nicely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not to mention, as Garrett had mentioned earlier, the access. A lot of times, I don't know why they do this, but a lot of times you don't have access from the garage space directly to the backyard. Mm-hmm. And this one you certainly do, which is so nice just when you're, you know, storing equipment and for yard work to have that ease of access in and out of the garage directly.
Definitely.
Ton of counter working space here. You know, mm-hmm. The size of the home is a good size, accommodates, you know, a typical 3 to 4 person family very easily. And part of, you know, that square footage does, but the layout in itself just really lends to, for those who love to entertain, it just the flow of it, the storage, as I mentioned here, the counter space, they really have just been very thoughtful in the design of this, in creating it for multi-uses.
Absolutely. And the vaulted ceilings, it kind of, when you're in the living room, when you're going up the staircase, it has a very open feel there too. So like you know, sometimes with the 2-story homes, it can feel a little bit, yeah, right there. So yeah, it's definitely got a nice airy feeling to it.
You've got the half bath right there, tucked nicely off the front door, tucked away. Another feature that I love about this house, I don't know why, some of the homes have the bathrooms right off the kitchen, which just seems silly to me. So
Yeah,
just
it's nice that it's right there.
what was that?
Oh no, it's nice to have the bathroom right there.
Mm-hmm. No wasted space in this house. The rooms are well appointed in size. A lot of times we come up with feedback that bedrooms are too small, master is not spacious enough, but they really manage the square footage where it needs to be. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, this does have central air conditioning. Again, coming into a time of year, I think we're supposed to hit into the 80s this weekend, Garrett and you, huh?
I think so, yeah, yeah.
So you've got that central AC, gas furnace, gas range for those who love to cook. And I know the family's been very good with taking care of the annual service on these appliances.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have just got ease of convenience, location, quick access to freeway, to shopping, just a ton of parks. There's our good friend Intel. Ton of parks around in the area. If you can't get enough fun, outdoor fun in your own backyard, you've got plenty of places to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just shift really quick as I had, oh, there's our floor plan here. I wanted to pull up quickly and show you right here. That kind of spells out size and just gives you another nice visual of the layout. This is the upper floor here. Those 2 bedrooms, you've got a 12 by 12 and 11 by 11. So decent, very actually spacious auxiliary bedroom over here. Master, typical master size, the more commanding bedroom, 16 by 13. The bonus is huge, 15 by 15 over here. Master suite bath, you've got a decent walk-in closet there. And then again, here's the layout down here with even a little bit of a porch. So we keep speaking about this great outdoor space in the back. You actually have enough of a porch over here to fit a couple of chairs and have a cup of coffee, have a glass of wine, whatever your vice is, your treat is. And again, very well laid out, very spacious rooms. You can see that I love this map right here because you see the only area that's closed off right here is actually just facilitating you to have a walk-in pantry and for the refrigerator over here. This is a little additional storage and shelving right here. But you can see that so well designed that you just have an open, airy flow throughout the whole entire first floor, which just gives you more room for however you want to use the space and for the flow too. And there's that amazing 3-car garage there too.
Yeah, and it's a really nice or good sized 3-car garage too. It's not like tight. There's plenty of room for storage, and like I had mentioned, you got that tuff shed that is right out that second door. It's wired with 220 and would make a great little auxiliary shop if you wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a little deck off that too.
Yep.
So as I mentioned, just under 100. We've got a floor sketch of 99 square feet for that newer tuff shed for additional storage back there. Thank you for mentioning the wiring for the 220 amp. That's a fabulous feature for those that want that as a workspace.
Definitely.
Okay. let's move out of that direction. Okay, hey Yuha, I'm going to come back on to you. As I mentioned earlier today, we've got Yuha Tuman joining us today. He's our preferred lender with Root Mortgage. And hey, would you chime in here and tell us how has the market been looking from your lender's view, and how has the activity been in the last week, the last 4 weeks? Tell me what it's looking like over there, Yuha.
Oh, I think you're on mute.
Okay, unmute. I heard your question. Yeah, when COVID-19 happened, I think it slowed down a little bit. And now I would say the last 2-3 weeks it's been super busy. I have many of my pre-approved buyers making offers. There's been many homes with multiple offers. So sometimes they don't get the house, they just keep on looking. And I've been getting multiple contracts each week. So this is probably one of the busiest I ever been. I'm sure you guys are feeling the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Garrett.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, the buyers are definitely out there in full force, and you know, with going and viewing other homes, definitely see more. There's just so much more activity than there was a couple of weeks ago. So
Yes, absolutely. Well, Yuha, one of the things that we've been hearing a lot lately is comments about no jumbo loans, and nobody's doing jumbo loans. And so maybe first, can you explain what a jumbo loan is? And then if we're not seeing those, is it true that we're not seeing those anymore? And if we aren't, what are people doing to get that type of loan?
Great question, Carolyn. Yeah, due to the COVID-19, mortgage market has had some liquidity issues. Most lenders have lost the access to jumbo lending. There are still jumbo mortgages available, basically in the the Portland metropolitan area, mainly most of the Oregon. The conventional loan limit is $510,400. So any loan amount greater than that is considered a jumbo mortgage that's not securitized by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. So it's usually, jumbo financing is still available through bigger banks and some credit unions, but it's a little bit still yet more difficult to get them. You might need to have a higher credit score. Maybe the debt to income ratio might be more strict. Maybe there's more reserves required, or like even with Wells Fargo, if you wanted to do a jumbo refinance, you already have your loan with Wells Fargo. They're requiring you to have $250,000 in assets to be able to do a refinancing for jumbo loan. We are actually in a process of the company I work for. We are actually in a process of bringing on a jumbo lender. Hopefully we have the jumbo lender set up next week, and they actually go up to 90% loan to value. So starting next week again, I'm very excited. We should have a jumbo mortgage available with only 10% down and no mortgage insurance and really good rates.
Oh, that is such great news. Awesome. So in regard to, and I know you can't quote, but can you give us an idea? Because one of the things that we're hearing out there is how low mortgage interest rates are right now. Can you give us a little perspective on that? Is how, as far as where it's at in respect to other years, is it so great now? Give us some perspective on that, please.
It is really great. Yeah, like Carolyn, you mentioned, I've been helping people finance their home purchases and also help them refinance their loans for the last 18 years. And right now I'm able to offer lowest rates than I ever have before. So I just did one personal refinance myself. Carolyn, I know you did a refinance and you took advantage of the lower rates. So right now it's amazing. It's rates are lower than they ever been. I would say that if a person has an interest rate that starts with a high 3, or definitely if your interest rate starts with 4 something, I would recommend you looking into your refinancing options. Right now would be the time. And I believe that interest rates will stay low this year. And they might even come a little bit, they might even go a little bit lower yet.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. Excellent news. Well, I'm going to slide back here to our screen. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I'm sure we'll have more questions. If we have any questions along the way for Juha or for any of us on the home, please, raise your hand, shoot a question into the chat box, and we will be, quick to get back to you on that. I am gonna go back to our home here. Okay, so for those that have just jumped on and have not gone through the house yet, I'm gonna get back and I'm just gonna start with a quick refresh. We're looking at our new listing here. We're so excited to present. We just put this live on Thursday. And I would say we've had probably 6 showings on the property already. It's priced at $459,900, very competitively priced for the size, condition, and the extra bonus of a 3-car garage. Really, if we can say that, a 3-car oversized garage, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-story property, ML number, if you were wanting to look it up at home, 20063706. The lot size is oversized. It is, you are not sitting on a postage stamp on this one. Its lot size is 0.16. Here's some highlight features. We have a great room floor plan, vaulted ceilings, does have central AC, important to know right now since we're supposed to hit temperatures of 80-something degrees here. Gas fireplace. We have stainless steel appliances in the kitchen, pantry, gas range, gas appliances, a fully fenced backyard. We have a lovely play structure that will stay and be included in the sale, and a brand new tuff shed, just so if you don't have enough storage in the 3-car garage, you've got a tuff shed in the back, just under 100 square feet there. So I'm gonna pull this up here. It's got just great curb appeal. Often we go, does it look as good as it does in person, as it does online? Absolutely. You pull up, this is crisp, clean, sharp, the paint is fresh. It has additional features in that kind of 3-color, 3-tiered look. It really has great curb appeal. So I'm gonna flip through the pictures here for you.
This has got a brand new street too, so.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
Absolutely. Good point, Garrett.
Yeah.
We've got this little courtyard porch space, so you don't just walk just right up to the front door. You do have a nice little additional cement pad here for that, just enough room to sit outside, have your cup of coffee, have your glass of wine, enjoy your neighborhood. And it opens right up into this wonderful open area, great room floor plan. You've got vaulted ceilings in here, skylights in here. I love the consistency of the finishes too. You've got the maple cabinetry that is all throughout the home, and you've got hardwood maple floors in the kitchen. Great flow, just very well, very strategically designed in this house. It would be hard to walk in there and not know how to utilize the space. It's very well laid out, spelled out. There's your formal dining space, but not closed off. You're not going to be hidden from guests. Somebody's not going to be trapped cooking in the kitchen by themselves. Everything is just open and flows very well here. Lots of cabinetry, lots of counter space. Anything that speaks to you, Garrett?
Yeah, I think the you know, the stainless steel appliances are nice. The pantries are really great size too. So, you know, sometimes you know, homes built around this year a lot of times don't have any kind of pantry or storage for food. So it's just nice to have that available.
Yeah, it's a 2002 build, so not that old, but Garrett's absolutely right. A lot of times in the early 2000s, or certainly under, the spaces, the way they were built was for that time and how people used it then. And, you know, we have morphed and changed. We don't need, most of us don't want the garden tub that takes up the entire bathroom. And we don't like to be closed off. We like to have that open great room concept here.
Yeah, yeah.
Entrance to the garage there. Going up the stairs here. Here is that loft space we keep talking about. And again, it's a 3, 2.5 bath, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath floor plan. But I love that you have the option for those that need a fourth, want a enclosed private space. You can absolutely do that with this space right here. And it's pretty substantial. The square footage on that is a 15 by 15. I think I can slip to a map really quick here. Okay, let me get back to my share screen. Okay, I'm trying to get to our floor plan map here. Okay, let's do Matterport. Let's go through that. This will spell it out easy for you. Coming in through the front door right here, we've got the kitchen space flowing here. We've got the formal dining room here. Got that great room going up the stairs. Let's go back to where we were. There we go. Okay, so coming up the stairs, here is that loft, second family room, or as I mentioned, if you need the fourth bedroom, if you need a guest room, if you need, you know, every kid needs their own bedroom, whatever that need is, easy to close that off for the families that need it. If you don't, and you'd rather have that second living room, that bonus space, that workout room, that office space working from home, this is fabulous for that. Right here, master suite, very substantial, 16 by 3 on that. And then it opens right up into this, also a good sized master suite bathroom right over here with the double sinks. This is a vaulted ceiling. This room is a vaulted ceiling. You've got a skylight in here. Here is the master suite closet. You can see it's a walk-in closet. Has organizers in there all ready to go. You don't need to call Portland Closets unless you need a different look, but all ready to go. This house is really very, very turnkey ready for most families' typical needs. I like the way they've strategically designed this to have the master suite tucked towards the back of the house. You're looking at the backyard, which obviously is a nice visual, creates much more privacy for that master suite. You've got the auxiliary bedroom strategically set up towards the front of the house. And then you've got this really sweet Jack and Jill bathroom that connects the auxiliary bedrooms right here. So great, really great use of space, no wasted space in the property whatsoever. And I'm gonna show you again my Google map here of the area surrounding. As I pull in here, you'll see that we've got, great, let me flip through here. I'm gonna go to, here's our address right here. And as I go in closer, here is Francis Street Park right over here. All the greenery right here is the parks wrapping close around. So you have at least 3 parks in that subdivision. You have parks all wrapping around there.
Carolyn?
Yes.
Looks like the reserve golf course is within a mile away. It's a great place to play golf. They have 2 18-hole tracks right there. Do you see the reserve Vineyard and Golf Club?
Yep.
On the bottom of the screen, it's
On the bottom of it. Oh, yes, right there.
yeah, it's one of the better golf courses I played in Portland metro area.
Oh, Yuha's a golfing fan, so he caught that on the map right away. Good point out there for our viewers that are looking for those outdoor activities, which what a great time to do that this year for sure. Here's an Intel campus right over here. Let's just see if I can't move this down here. We've got a little BJ's restaurant brew house. We've got Reedville Cafe. There's really just not a lack of restaurants and bars that you can, restaurants, bars, golfing, Intel location. There's the Matterport view again. Our first floor. Second floor there. You know, and one of the nice features, and you can access this online when you look up the property. I'm going to show you something here. You can go through and do measurements of the property. This Matterport photography gives you this digital view, and you can actually maneuver through any room and any space on this property, and you can take the measurements of it. We also have a floor sketch attached to the property too, but I just love this feature here that allows you to measure any space. Look at that. See how I can maneuver?
You can really decide, you know, figure out if your couch fits there, or yeah, it's a great feature.
Yep. So you're just gonna click on the room. I'm gonna jump back here. So I love this photography. It'll make it so much easier for our viewers before you ever need to. Certainly feel free to drive by the property, check out the neighborhood, but before scheduling a viewing appointment, this will give you really a great opportunity. A lot of times we don't know how big the rooms are. We don't know how the home is laid out. We don't know how the home would live for us. So the Matterport photography, which is fairly new in the industry, you'll be seeing this based on our environment and our, you know, what has been going on globally. It's changed things, and for the better, I think, in regard to a lot of efficiency and effectiveness that we're certainly seeing in our industry. So the Matterport 3D photography is going to give you a very clear picture of how the layout of the home will live and breathe for you and your family, as well as being online actively taking measurements. If, you know, like I said, we've got our floor sketch and our diagram always we put on every property that we list. But if you want, you know, as Garrett mentioned, if you want to check out how your particular dining room table or grandma's hutch that is of sentimental value needs to go into the dining room in any house that you live in, We all have some special sentiment attached to something that we're taking with us in each property. This will help you assess, will that work for you? So creating a lot more efficiency as you go through your home buying process. Okay, I'm going to start back. We've got about 10 minutes left here. I'm going to flip through to the very front of the home. And we have Juha Tumen, our preferred lender with Root Mortgage, that's here with us today. And Juha, one of the questions I wanted to ask you that just, sorry, I'm jumping out of this Matterport here. One of the questions that I wanted to ask you today is, how is the qualifications going for loans? Is it still the same? Has Sign of the Times changed anything with that? How is that impacting our lending industry? What are you seeing with that?
Since the virus happened, the lenders have tightened up their qualifications guidelines. For example, like FHA loans, most lenders raised the minimum credit score required for FHA loans. Most lenders were able to do FHA loans down to 620 credit score. I have access to still some lenders for down to 580 credit score for FHA loan. But now many of those lenders have raised that minimum credit score to 680. So that's one change. We are dealing with employment verifications. Loans cannot fund until the day of funding and recording. We need to get a hold of somebody at the HR, either make a phone call or get an email from them. And some companies, maybe HR is people being laid off. So that's going to be, that has been an issue. It's harder for some self-employed borrowers getting loans right now. I know some banks are not doing what's considered cash out refinances, even if you're not technically pulling any money, but if you have a first mortgage and a second mortgage, like a home equity line of credit, you got the first mortgage when you bought a house, then maybe year 2, 5 years later, you got a line of credit, and now you would like to pay off the first mortgage and the home equity line of credit and combine those two loans into one new loan. Like some lenders like Chase is no longer doing those. Other lenders are still doing them, but they have added some risk-based pricing. What it means is that instead of a person being able to get, let's say, 3.5% rate, now they might get 4% or 4.5% rate. So there are not as many cash out refinances going on at this time. Also, like combination loans, like doing like 80, 10, 10, purchase loan, 10% down, 10% second mortgage, and 80% main loan. Those second lien holders, those HELOC lenders, they're no longer going up to 90% loan to value. They have changed it so that the person actually has to put 15% down instead of just 10. So guidelines have tightened up quite a bit.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to ask you a broad question. Those borrowers that are, solid with their down based on loan option, those borrowers that are solid, you're still getting loans done and through. It sounds like there's just a few more additional checkpoints along the way than even what used to be the case before 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's true. And right now, a good lender really has to study guidelines. Guidelines are changing. And for example, I work with many lenders, so I need to keep up with all of those lenders' guidelines. And every day we get emails or memos that things are changing. So, maybe you were able to pre-approve somebody a week ago, but now you might not be able to. One lender, for example, they want to have a credit report pulled within 30 days of loan funding. Credit reports used to be good up to 4 months, but this lender is worried because many people have lost their jobs and right now they are not able to make their mortgage payments. So they have reached out to their mortgage servicer and requested either a forbearance, which means that person doesn't have to make payments for at least for the 3 months. Maybe it can be extended for another 3 months, or a person might ask for a deferral, which would mean that the payments would get added on to the very end of the loan with the interest. So the reason why this one particular lender is wanting to have a credit report within 30 days of loan funding is to make sure that the person has not gone into forbearance, because if a person has gone into forbearance, it's not really hurting their credit score, but in order for a person to get a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan, you have had to have a clean mortgage history, which means that you have had to make your mortgage payments on time for the last 12 months. But if you're in forbearance, you're not making that mortgage payment. Some of the lenders are not then letting you get a new mortgage until, again, you have made 12 months of payments on time. So.
Okay. So it sounds like there's a lot of options that you can look at. It's not being a mortgage broker, you have 12, 13 different lenders that are rallying for your business. So there's a lot of options for you to look at and present the best options. You're not tied to one set of rules or one set of guidelines under one house. You've got several houses that you can shift and move to in order to find the best products for clients out there.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, I think I have about maybe 20, 25 transactions going through the loan process. Half of those are people buying homes. 50% is people refinancing. And I think right now I have loan transactions going on with 6 different lenders.
Okay, beautiful. Well, I think that's a testament right there from that viewpoint of how much activity is going on in the housing market. I know that Garrett and I get the question all the time, well, how's the market? Are you selling any houses right now? Is anybody selling or buying right now? And last week we had a quote, a stat I just wanted to share in regard to, should we get out there and look sooner? Should we get pre-approved? Yes, you should get pre-approved first, and then getting out there and looking sooner than later, because our stats showed in the Portland metro area last week, we had 761 new listings in the entire Portland metro area that went on the market. And we had 759 that went pending. So you can see we have a very small margin of what is coming on. And that's last week. That's not over the last month. That's last week. So we have a boatload of the new listings that are coming on, but the activity is out there. We do have buyers that are, as Juha said, he's currently working with several people. We have buyers that are strong and out there, ready to buy. And we have sellers. It's almost been, I think Garrett had mentioned this before, kind of like a holiday market in respect of we've had less sellers that are coming on at this time of year, but if they're coming on, they're committed to selling. And I just, in the last week and last 2 weeks, we've seen those numbers come up. I think in the first 2 weeks of when our world, when our global issues had happened, the first 2 weeks we had shown a drop in about 50% drop in pendings. But just over the last 2 weeks, we had come up 25% from that drop. So people are out there active. I certainly suspect the low interest rates, as Juha was sharing with us, being historically low is driving, now's the time is a sweet spot of affordability, and sellers are committed to selling, buyers are committed to buying. I know we're right to our cutoff time, so I'm gonna flip back really quick here to our screen to show our lovely property here on 5371 Golden Road. I'm gonna go to our virtual tour really quick here. So we have just been talking about this lovely new listing today that we just put on the market on Thursday. This is 5371 Southeast Golden Road in Hillsboro, Oregon. I'm gonna run through this one more quick time for anybody who hopped on late to our virtual open house today. Property details. It is priced at $459,900, very competitively for the area. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-story property. It's got a large oversized lot, 0.16. Square footage is 2118. It does have central AC. A lot of people are going to want to know this at this time of year. And gas appliances. It has a lovely flat back functional fenced backyard, play structure included, new tuff shed included. And I'm just gonna walk you through this really fast one more time here. Got a great covered area entering the property, little outdoor space, great room concept, family room, traditional space for formal dining, but still great room concept. You can see how open it is, vaulted ceilings, skylights. This home has a ton of natural light in. You just are gonna love all that natural light. The sun will just pour right in here. Really spacious kitchen here, lots of storage, even a designated pantry. Stainless steel appliances, great flow, hardwoods, maple cabinetry. The cabinetry is consistent throughout. You can see how spacious that kitchen really is. Easy to work and cook and prep and entertain. Second level, loft space. You need a 4th bedroom. You know, there's where you can enclose that and create that 4th bedroom, that guest bedroom, or for those families that need it. Otherwise, enjoy the additional 2nd family living room, bonus room, media. Those who work from home and need to be away from the rest of the family, there you go. Master suite. Master suite bath, double sinks. There's a skylight. It's vaulted. Both those spaces are vaulted. Auxiliary bedroom for those needing to work out at home these days. You can have that if you don't need it for your kids, homeschooling, all those things we're doing. Jack and Jill bathroom between the 2 auxiliary bedrooms. Here's a highlight of the house, that 3-car, oversized 3-car garage, direct access to the backyard. You have plenty of additional storage, overhead racks stacking alongside. This is just such a great additional space. There's the lovely outdoor extended living space. You've got a patio area here, that lovely play structure that will stay with the house. You can see it's fenced all the way around. And then I'm gonna flip through here. You're gonna see we've got a tuff shed over here to the side of the home, fairly new, just about 100 square feet, 220 amp wired for all your projects out there. Just a lovely, great entertainment space. Kids, pets, the whole family can be out there and should be right now. And it's really close and convenient to everything. Shopping, restaurants, Baskin Robbins. Hopefully we can go there and get ice cream soon. Close to parks, about 3 or 4 parks wrapping immediately around the property. And it's close to Intel. All right. Well, we are hitting our 2 o'clock hour. Is there any questions that we need to answer here before we go?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any questions, but yeah, feel free to, if you have any questions, you can ask via Facebook or go to our team's website and contact us through that too.
Absolutely. And for those who want to see the property, we're happy to schedule a private showing. We will be able to do that quite easily throughout the weekend. And feel free to give the Carolynhotyteam team a call, and we'll get you your own private showing set up for the lovely home at 5371 Southeast Golden Road, Hillsboro. And thank you. I'm going to close our shared screen here. There we go. Thank you, Juha Tumen, our preferred lender with Root Mortgage, for joining us and providing some information on the lending industry today. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And thanks for the help today, Garrett. I hope that you guys all have a wonderful, enjoyable, sunny weekend. And for all the moms out there, happy Mother's Day. And guys and dads, don't forget, it's Mother's Day, Sunday. All right, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.